Okay, I survived a full week of Disney World with my family, which was interesting choices were made. But I'm back here now, working on my bikes. I'm in beautiful Virginia, undisclosed location, but look at this. Look at that place. We're here at Caleb's, what do we call this, ranch?
Yes.
Yeah, we're at a ranch. He gave me this beautiful stall to work in. This is sick. It's a little rough, but I love a rustic work bay. I got everything we need. So, big week ahead of me here, 3 days in a row. We just watched this one, but I'm not gonna lie, I got smoked at Battle of the Goats, and it happens sometimes, but you got to own up to it. And some's me to blame. Some is mostly me to blame. I should have done more work, but I keep running out of time. Guys, I have too much going on. So got a ton of parts. I got parts from Yamaha, custom parts, some more heads from RK. Actually, I shouldn't get too close. You'll see an address there. Swapping for lower compression heads on both these bikes. These have both modified cylinders, one's more than the other. I have not lost track, don't worry, I know which one's which. Yamaha sent me custom, I'll film later, but I got custom power valve arms to throw on these bikes. Power valve's opening too soon, so we're hard at work here. And luckily, got some custom jerky, not custom, whatever. Local jerky from the neighbors. Keeping me fueled. But yeah, it is awesome, and there's plenty of riding here, so perfect testing ground for me to get an East Coast setting. So I figured out now I got high elevation dialed. I understand the bike for that. Then I got to Battle of the Goats, and I was trying to ride a rocket ship, and that does not work on wet rocks. So back to work we go. So one thing, quick note from the Moab Hard Enduro vlog video where there was no pin in this governor spring. So there's a lockout piece. You're supposed to put you put an Allen key or something in there. So when you tighten this bolt, it, see how it lifts the power valve arm? So it basically released the pressure on the spring. And if you have it perfectly set vertical, that pin will fall out. It's not for sure, but that's most likely how I lost that pin in the engine, and then we split the cases. So don't do what I did. Don't be lazy. This is just for comedic effect. Wow. It's so bent.
Damn, dude.
It's moving the whole brake pedal. Yeah. Oh, God. It's probably visibly bent, too, because normally it comes out pretty straight, obviously. It's got a right hook, kind of like someone else I know. All right, so Yamaha, for my 60, this is my engine with the 60 thousandths cut off, so about 1.5 millimeters. They shortened this piece, the vertical piece of this power valve arm. So normally you got to kind of fight to put this off and on. And you'll see when I put the new one they gave me back on, I actually have to lift it. But right now this one with zero effort just sits right on there because there's supposed to be a little bit of preload on that spring. There's a governor spring in there. So you see I kind of fight it. It goes back down. So clearly no preload on that spring. My guess is it's just ramping up. Well, maybe not ramping up, but just opening the power valve at lower RPMs than it should be. When you're on the East Coast, everything's slippery. Not recommended, or you will struggle. I have never done this before. So here's the governor spring setup I took out, looking at this power valve arm. So yeah, 2 Allen keys, sits in those slots. Looks easy enough. The math is mathin'. All right, put everything back together. So now this doesn't just fall in place all on its own. It's really close, but I gotta lift it up, put a little bit of preload on that spring, and it's tough with one finger, but I got it. So now, how's just a hair bit of preload? So hopefully that helps. It'll help. It will help. All right, YZ owners, here it is. Here's the method. Put a rod or something in there to tighten it. See? Now, no issues of losing your pin in the engine. Someone else commented in the YouTube comments, same thing happened to them. Don't be like us. Mistakes have still been made. The bike is still the most insane motorcycle I've ever ridden. Quick demo. Essentially the most responsive. It's less responsive than it was, but it's still too responsive even with a mellower compression dome. So we're gonna add a base gasket. I'm gonna actually leave the same powder valve arm on. But yeah, it's anything you touch here is straight to the rear tire. So we need more smoothness. Caleb wrote it, he agreed. He did have a smile on his face, so.
That's true.
Fun to ride, just not for hard enduro. It is 7:57, almost 8 p.m. We're still out here, still daylight. Just got it back together, buttoned up. This is rendition, probably 79. 69 was like 2 weeks ago. I have 2 base gaskets in this bike, which maybe you should or shouldn't do, but in my case, I'm doing it. And a more mellow head from RK. Mellow. And yeah, she's still fast, but I think it's getting better. We're getting better. Probably play tomorrow a little bit with jetting a hair and the timing, because now I feel like that I've backed it off a little bit on the quote unquote mechanical timing side of things. There's a slight hesitation. So advance the timing a hair again a little bit. But yeah, these bikes at sea level, we're not even at sea level. What are we here? 860 feet. That's sea level. That's sea level. Close enough. Yeah, so we're actually lower than Battle of the Goats currently, even though I feel like I'm way higher because we're in the mountains. Yeah. We're at the base. Yeah, so try some stuff tomorrow. Definitely want to play with gearing. I feel like gearing the bike a little bit taller will help take some of that hit out and actually make first gear a little more useful. But so far, better than what I raced at Battle of the Goats with a couple of changes. All right, we're back working today. We had good old boy Sammy Mays. He came out, told me all about his YZ250X. I didn't tell him who I was. I don't think he had the internet, so I'd probably safe. He'll probably never watch this YouTube. But yeah, that was a fun experience when I'm trying to work on stuff. But I'm back. Changed the jetting, changed the gearing. Gonna play with the timing a little bit, just tone it down. But it's sprinkling a little bit. We're socked in. It's a beautiful day here. And yeah, I already had a good conversation with Sammy Mays. Tell me all about his YZ250X. Yeah, also shout out to Tusk. Tusk shout out. Here it is, stud remover. Pulled myself out of the van this morning. No, this hydro clutch setup, I keep pulling the studs out. So I had to order something from Tusk in Rocky Mountain. It was very useful. Except I kind of broke it, but you know, we fixed it again. All right, we're gonna fire this up soon. Anyone, I should probably talk about this. So I very briefly talked about it before, but the stator's tucked back behind here. I messed up this gasket here, don't worry about it. But yeah, there's 3 Phillips JS3s, whatever they are there. I don't know. Don't take my word for it. So I'm going to advance the timing again just a little bit since I propped up the cylinder with a dual gasket setup. So I could tell it had like a hesitation. So I'm going to rotate that. You will rotate it clockwise. Clockwise will advance it. Counterclockwise will retard it. So, look at that thing spinning there. It's a beauty. May have an air leak, maybe not. I don't know. It's a risk with the dual jet gaskets, but I gotta kind of figure it out anyways. Oh no, it's dumping. Right when I went to test it out. Dang it. Alright, well, tuning here a little bit. I gotta take the other bike apart. And hopefully this passes over quick and give it a go. Alright, well, I think it's pretty good to test now how it is. If anything, I went to a 1249 tooth. I was running 1250. I don't have a 48, so, but I got a 13 front, so good chance at some point later today, we actually go to ride it. Might be able to get a 13 back on this thing. We'll see. Be pretty nice if I could, though. All right, well, I need to ship my engine to France because the rally team manager guy there, they're going to prep this bike for me. So I need to put a head on this tusk right here, head or stud installer, and what is it? Stud remover installation kit. This thing's money. Just thread it on there. Da-da-da-da. Okay. This I can do one-handed. Just basically crank down on this pretty good. We'll cut it to the end. Alright, so got it installed. Normally you gotta do the double nut technique. They never like it when you do the double nut. Sometimes I do. But yeah, put the Allen key on there. Break it free. And yeah, just like that. All done. One-handed. On camera. You would think I had enough workspace, but I'm doing too many activities at once my whole life. So I got my cooler. And I'm gonna put a clutch in this thing. Oh, that Ryobi is so smooth. Yeah, I'm gonna put a clutch in this so I don't have to do it when I get to Austria. Yamaha fun fact of the day. That the clutch hub nut, oh, I gotta get one more side off, is a 29 millimeter. Who does that? Da-da-da. Half incher, baby. Oh, came off. I didn't trust the Ryobi. Never not trust the Ryobi, guys. All right, this is the test bike. Finally going riding. Skip plate back on. This one's a mess. Don't worry about that one. We'll get back to that. To be continued. But I'm excited to see what Caleb got in store for me. Something good. I don't know. These mountains look nice. Good mountains. Recap of the day. Some more tuning, mostly on that bike. I will not be running the GX20. I'll be on the 140 JX8, and that's the tire choice here. This terrain they got on their ranch is very similar. Probably steeper than Cairo, but it was a very great it was a very good learning experience today. I'll put it that way. But yeah, tomorrow probably mess with gearing. I think motor-wise, I'm definitely in a better place than I was at Battle of the Goats. This seems smoother now, a little more mellow. It's just a matter of like, do you gear down to make first gear faster, or do I gear up to make second gear better for the really steep stuff? I mean, it's crazy steep here. That was kind of the most eye-opening part of it all, but really cool rock slabs. Yeah, good day, good day. Thank you, Caleb.
Absolutely.
Oops. They're a little rickety. I think I moved that one, yeah? Or was that gap that big?
I was rushing to get my phone out.
I might have moved one.
I was trying to get my phone out.
They're a little, I'm like scared to commit. I think, yeah. I think it's safe.
You haven't even left the parking lot.
It probably looks pretty funny.
It's awesome.
It sounds good. Like, sorry, cows.
All of them forward moving, pink background, white arrow.
up on that big slab over there, on top of that huge one.
Top of that huge one. I'll just show you. If you go out.
Oh God. Ow. Kidney shot. Ooh. Hey.
Okay?
Yeah. You find it? No. Over this log, and I landed and just like rebounded back into it.
No, that's fucking gnarly. Also,
I saw a line over there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get to it though.
There's also
Oh.
it's cool to watch.
It's a little hard. It's a good trail, great trail.
Dude, just watching from the bottom, last rocky section.
I so got it. It's so gonna happen.
Okay.
I got scared. I can't believe it's gonna work. I can't believe it finally went. Now I know I could do it.
All right.
started out pretty good. It got squirrely, but it could almost be more theatrical.
That's cool.
Very impressive.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me come play for
Oh, it's
a couple
awesome.
days. Yeah, this place is awesome.
Thank you for coming.
This place is crazy.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming.
Yeah. I think we're gonna go mess with something else,
I'm
but
glad you're here.
yeah, it's been good so far.
Yeah, good. Well,
Yeah. Oh God. Pretty soft.
Yeah.
I'll probably get sucked into it, huh?
Yeah.
Kick me out. I must say, Caleb, this loop is hard. I'm struggling. I'm pretty sure this is like, it's worse than, like, I don't think I would do this all day in Romania. Like, those guys would die riding this virgin steep stuff in the leaves, in the loam. It's harder. Like, nothing's burnt in. This is a good training loop to feel like I suck. Really. We had a lost phone. I hear it. That was what? It was in like a 25-minute look for that thing.
Yes.
Probably 25 minutes. It's a little steep on the downhill. He lost it out of his front pocket. I'm glad we found it. We found Caleb's phone. Oh wow, the wrinkles are getting bad on the helmet. Need to find a new sport.
Botox time.
Botox. Little filler. I'm glad we found your phone.
Yes.
And I guess we'll keep riding. I don't know. How do you ever top this? Look at this testing location. Under this beautiful tree. I guess I forgot my mats. I don't have my mats, but look at this. Field, all the riding's right there. There's electric water right there if I want to wash my bike after.
Man, this out east stuff ain't so bad. Yeah, anyways, today, new tire, 140 GX8, deeper, taller lugs. The GX20 was not ideal here. I got an gnarly on, ladies and gentlemen. Those showed up. So just trying to tame it down. That's the two main changes today. Brand new plushy 5150 in this bad boy. But yeah, gonna go out, ride the loop, see what it feels like, come back. I got sprockets to try. I got some other couple little doodads. So I just wanted to share this. This is just nice. Don't mind the highway right there. Very nice. I like it much. Yes, Kamash. The gnarly pipe for East Coast is the hot ticket. Everyone told me, but I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't like it. I was a liar. I just didn't ride it yet in slippery terrain or at sea level. And this fixed everything. The pipe tuning on this YZ250 is insane. Felt so much better. Not only that, but the 140 JX8 hooking up even after the massive thunderstorm last night. Gonna do a gearing swap, adjust the timing a little bit, and then I'm gonna come back and do more. But kind of just do a lap of hair scramble, muddiness, and steep extreme, and we're getting a good feel today. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, a Kean. Wow, wait, there's a Kean on that bike. What's the difference, you ask? It's a 36 mil. Yeah, I can't wait. If anyone gets this far in the video, they're gonna be like, where's your smart carb? Where's your Electron? Where's your stick metering rod? I don't know, not on the bike, I guess. So, we're gonna give the 36 mil carb a shot. Apparently it adds more bottom. I mean, the Sherco had plenty of bottom, so must have been something, right? So I'm gonna give it a go. I do not have a TPS, so that might affect my timing. But you never know until you try. 36 mil carb is on. We had a debacle with the nipple. Different size nipples, you know? Every nipple is different. So, luckily I had another fuel line with me conveniently in my van. I guessed it jetting, going off what the normal YZ goes on with a 38 mil, and kind of, it was an old Sherco carb I took from Riley Bender. Thanks, Riley. I think it's rich, maybe? Oh yeah, that is rich. That is rich, and the idle's probably low. Because Riley broke the idle screw, so that's on him. But you never know until you try it. So we'll see how it goes. We'll check in after a second. I feel like it's too rich. Well, after multiple jetting changes, it's in there now and it runs pretty good. Oh, little hiccup still. Well, I'm gonna give it a go and see, you never know. Still got the 36 mil carb. I made a small adjustment. Actually advanced the timing here. I feel like there's a little bit of a flat spot, and that was my concern. I got to basically determine if not having a throttle position sensor is affecting the timing of the bike. So the fact that I advanced it a little bit, it might get a little bit of like that hesitation, I think it is I got. But it works, it fits on the bike, and better but worse, so we'll see if advancing the timing helps. Otherwise I go back to stock. Stock carb is back on the bike. Basically, I think the lack of a throttle position sensor on that 36 mil carber I had was creating a, basically was retarded the timing a little bit to be safe. and it kind of goes into like a default mode, so it's only reading off the RPM. And I can sense in certain areas where I was like trying to lug up a hill, it kind of like fall flat, and I can definitely see the advantages of a 36 millimeter carb on these, but I'd have to get the right carb and the GPS. Always next time.
Bike is better. Bike is for sure better today. Tire and power. And we'll finish this loop and do another gearing change. See how that goes.
Fuck yeah. Alright. I guess, let me see here. Bottom. Do chop down.
Probably like here maybe. To make it look a little gnarlier.
Holy shit. Alright. Here I am, happy that I cleaned that stuff light.
There's a crack to catch you, you know? Oh, God. It's so slippery.
And now they're breaking through.
I'll get it. What a goon. That's pretty big.
Holy shit.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay, check that out. This, man, watch this one.
I finally cleaned that stupid one. I got it too slippery. How it sounds with a 36 mil carb. It's also tucked up a little bit more. You guys, check out this view. Huge rock outcroppings, but look at this. Oh my goodness. Wow. This place is sweet.